morning. Welcome to Friday. This is my Friday stream, appropriately enough. Let's see what we are and what we did yesterday and what we're going to do today. Switch this thing over here. There we go. What did we do yesterday? We worked on... Nope. Here. Nope. Not there. Here. Okay. Well, that's right. We fixed that player position bug. We added the forest stream. We added different mobs, and we added a new AI, or two new AIs, one for carnivores and one for herbivores. So now we're going to work on experience and leveling. So let's see how this goes. So far we've delved into the dungeon and really only improved ourselves by finding better gear. Swords, shields, and armor with better stats, giving us a chance to survive stronger enemies. That's good, but only half the equation typically found in roguelikes and RPGs. Defeating an enemy typically grants experience points, and those can be used to better your character. The type of game we are making implies some guidelines. With permadeath, you can expect to die a lot, so managing your character's progression needs to be simple, so you don't spend a huge amount of time on it, only to have to do it all over again. Vertical progression is a good thing. As you delve, you get stronger, allowing us to make stronger mobs. Horizontal progression largely defeats the point of permadeath. If you keep benefits between games, then the each run as unique aspect of roguelikes is compromised, and you can expect the fine fellows of our roguelikes on Reddit to complain. Gaining experience points. When you defeat something, you should gain XP. We'll go with a simple progression for now. You earn 100 XP times the enemy level each time you defeat something. This gives a bigger benefit to killing something tough, and a small relative benefit to hunting things down once you've out-leveled them. Additionally, we'll decide that you need 1000 XP times current level to advance to the next one. We already have level and XP in our pools component. You'd almost think that we're planning this chapter. Let's start by modifying our GUI to display level progression. Open up GUI and we'll add the following to the draw UI. So we're adding this little level line here. Okay. Do I have a GUI in my history? I do. So right after mana, we're going to add this. Something's wrong. Because format just returns a string. It doesn't... Something's wrong with this. Print color, white, black, XP. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think we're missing this. Let XP equals format level. Oh, just that. Just one thing. Player pools level. And then here's the health, here's the mana, and then CTX print color 53, white, black, XP. Okay. And then this is the health hit points one, here's the mana one, and we'll add a new one for draw. Oh, let XP level start. Player pools level -1 times 1000. Okay, CTX draw bar horizontal player pools XP minus XP level start 1000, and then this is going to be gold and black. Okay, and then we're going to add a gold up at the top of this function. Gold is RGB named gold, and that means we have to pull it in like that. This adds a gold bar to the screen for our current level progress and shows our current level. Alright, let's try that. Oh, I didn't do a cargo check, but it's pretty simple. Hopefully it does cargo check. Ooh, there's no gold. Oh, I forgot to make it all caps. So I should have done the check. Oh, we still have an error. Oh, it doesn't go here. It goes here. Duh. There we go. Okay. And then we want to refresh over here to see there's this little gap that we left last time. I guess that was pre-planned. Okay, refresh. Begin new game. And there we go. Level 1. We have a little bit of gold, but we don't have any means of increasing it. So even if we kill creatures, we're not going to be able to up our level. Yeah, the road is supposed to be yellow, and I don't see it being yellow, so maybe that's another bug we need to take a look at. Let's take a look at that right now, since we're thinking about it. That is in themes, right? So if we're doing the forest theme, the road should be not gray, but yellow. There we go. Oh, is it under maps? Yeah. Git commit make yellow brick road actually yellow. Okay. And then so this adds our gold bar to the screen for the current level progress, and now we should support actually gaining experience. We should start by tracking where damage came from. Open up components and we'll add a field to suffer damage. Okay. The amount. I-32 and bool. Isn't there a amount in there already? Yeah, that's already there. We've added from player. No, you haven't. It's not there. Okay, it's added here. Oh, all it is from player is a bool. Suffering.amount. Oh, I see. I see. All we're doing is saying, is it from the player? We're going to have to make that a little more impressive, right? If we want to track if it's coming from different things. So we have the store. We have the victim. And the amount, and then we're adding this extra new thing here from player bool. Okay. So let some suffering is get mute victim, suffering amount push, and then we're going to say just amount and from player, like that. Otherwise, it's going to be a vec of amount and from player. We're creating a new one if it doesn't exist already. And then we're going to insert it. And that's it. Okay. That's good. We've added from player. If the damage originated from the player, then we'll mark it as such. We don't really care about other entities gaining levels. So this is enough differentiation for now. A few places will now give compiler errors when they make suffer damage components. In most cases, you can add from player false to the creation to fix them. This is true for hunger system, trigger system, inventory system. Needs to use, oh, I missed the period there. Inventory system needs to use from player true, since right now only players can use items. Melee combat system needs a little more work to ensure you don't gain XP from other creatures killing one another. Okay. So let's go to hunger system. Suffer damage is here. So this gets a false. It's not from the player. And that's the only one of those. Okay, and then the trigger system. Yeah, I think this needed an and there. That's what threw me off. Okay. Suffer damage, damage, and false. Okay, and then inventory system needs to use from player true. Yep, okay. And then melee combat system has to be a little more complicated. First, we need to add the player entity to the list of resources to which the system requests access. Okay. Okay. And yeah, and then we have to extend this thing here. The player entity. And then we make from player conditional upon the attacking entity matching the player all the way down to line 105. Line numbers are not helpful here. Oh, this is an interesting syntax that I was previously unaware of. You can give it the name, colon. I don't think we need to do that though. We can just put it in here directly, right? Entity, player, entity. So that takes care of knowing where damage came from. We can now modify damage system to actually grant XP. So here's the updated system. All right, so let's pull up the damage system. Well, let's see if this should check, right? Now that everything's been updated. We don't use it anywhere, but it should check. Ooh. Oh, we can't do this now. We have to change the amount now that this is a tuple. Map x dot 0. Right, we're pulling up all the dot zeros. Yeah, okay, that was the problem. Okay, let's pull up. Oh, we are in damage system. Okay, so what changes? This is a lot of code, and we don't have diffs. So that's going to be interesting to go through. We have pools, suffer damage, position map, entities. We're going to add entity. And we're going to add read storage. And we have to add those here as player and attributes. We're going to set XP gain to 0. Alright, for damage and damage amount iter. Oh. Stats hit point current minus equals damage 0. Oh yeah, so that's what we were doing here. Right, so we reduced that to just this one line. But we're still doing let some pause positions get entity and to put the bloodstains there. If stats hit point current is less than 1 and damage.1, XP gain is stats plus 11. Stats dot level times 100. Okay. Stats hit point current is less than 1. And damage.1. XP gain. So this is saying if the damage is from the player. Okay, so if something was killed and the damage came from the player, then add to our XP. And then after this loop, we say if XP gain is not 0. Wow, I'm not typing well today. Let mut player stats get mut player unwrap. Okay. Player stats XP gain. If player stats XP is greater than or equal to player stats level times 1,000. All right, so we're hard coding this right there, huh? We've gone up a level. And the reason I'm questioning is because this is here, it's also in the GUI. So now there's two places where if we need to update this. So I think this is probably something that needs to go into a common routine. Player HP at level, player attributes fitness base plus player attributes fitness modifiers and player stats level. Okay, player stats, hit points current, player stats, hit points max. Okay, so we go up a level, we suddenly get max hit points back. Player stats mana max is mana at level. At level. Good morning, Just a Bubble. Welcome back. Attributes intelligence base player attributes intelligence modifiers. Yep, and then player stats level. And then we want to set player stats mana current, player stats mana max. PLAYER. Okay, and that's that. What are we doing today? We're starting the experience point system. So experience and leveling. We added some code already to calculate or add a notification to say whether or not the damage came from the player. So if a player kills a wolf, for example, it'll record the fact that that damage came from the player, and then when the damage is applied, that's what we're working on now. We're going to add XP to the player. So we also updated the GUI. There's this new line here, level 1, and you can see a little gold bar. It shows the current player XP. And then we do damage clear, and we're done. So as we process the damage, if it is from the player and slays the target, we add to the variable XP gain. After you're done with the slaying, we check to see if XP gain is non-zero. If it is, we obtain information about the player and grant them XP. If they level up, we recalculate their hit points and mana. You can cargo run now, and if you slay 10 beasties, you will become level 2. Okay, I don't know if we can slay that many, but we can give it a shot. Oh, I should probably do a cargo check here. Because attributes. No. Oh, right. We changed everything up, didn't we? Okay, we're going to have to redo this because we tried to be clever with our calculation here for DMG in damage amount iter. Nope, wrong way. This way. And then this goes here. Okay. So then this changes to stats hit point current minus equals dmg.0. And then this still stays the same, this stays the same. Okay. Oh, it still doesn't like that. Oh, mistyped that. Mana at level. Oh, right, we have to pull those in. Player HP at level and mana at level, comma, and player at TTRIBUTES, mana max. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's generate the WASM. refresh. All right, so I'm going to grab that scroll before I do anything else. Here's the road. Oh, okay. What is this? That's a magic mapping scroll. Perfect. But the wolf is going to attack us now. We don't have any gear. So let's just read the scroll. There we go. Oh, this is not good. Something happened here where I'm stepping on the wolf. So there's a bug somewhere. Wow, that was hard to kill. Ooh, there's a bandit. We didn't see one of those yesterday, and now we got one. Ooh, multiple bandits. That's not good. They're not chasing me, though. Wolf is. I wonder how I stepped on the wolf. 3. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to kill enough to get... So my level, you can see my level is going up. I'm about to die. Ooh, I got... What did I get? I picked up leather boots. So maybe I can put leather boots on now. Ooh, that's not good. It was supposed to swap out the leather, the old boots for the leather boots. So now I'm wearing both. This is interesting. It should show what slot we're in. Okay, here goes my HP back up. How many creatures did I kill? Just 3 so far? Ooh, health potion. I could use one of those. There's a rat. Okay, my level went up again. Went up again. I guess we need to find a few more beasts here in order to get us to go to level 2. I saw the bloodstains and I was thinking that those were creatures because it was red also. There's a fox. There we go. Can we get to the other bandit? There he is. Oh, and I died. I guess I'm not leveling up today. Anyway, so the leveling thing was working. That's exciting. Let's check this in, or commit this change. Git add source, git commit beginnings of an XP system. All right, so that's that. Yeah, if you slay 10, you become level 2. We didn't slay 10. That's okay. Making the level up more dramatic. It's a big deal. You leveled up, healed yourself, and are ready to face the world on a whole new stratum. We should make it look like a big deal. First thing we should do is announce the level up on the game log. In a previous level up code, we can add this. Congratulations, you are now level something. Okay. And that was in damage system, right? It was right here where we leveled up. We've gone up a level. So we need to grab the game log. That's what they're saying up there. We're going to have to use that in the data. And then we're going to say, after we've done all the leveling up, log entries, push, format, congratulations, you are now level, blah. And then player stats.level. And a second close, like that. Now at least we're telling the player rather than just hoping they notice. That's not much of a victory lap, so let's add some particle effects. We'll first add 2 more data accessors. Oh, this didn't like it. Oh, it has to be mute. I forgot. There we go. We'll add two more data accessors because we need the particle builder and we need the position. We do not have the particle builder, so let's grab that. And we do have position, so that's fine. Oh, right, and then we'll have to pull those out of the stats. So down here we say particles and player pause. And now we'll add a stream of gold above the player. So what's it going to look like? I didn't see it. It was too fast. Okay. But we'll throw it in here and see what it looks like. For I in 0 to 10, if player pause y minus I is greater than 1, particles request, player pause x, player pause y minus I, decay RGB, named RLTK gold and black, and we're going to put in RLTK to CP437, this character, whatever that is, and then 200.0. And that's that. It does not check. Wow. RGB. There we go. Okay. So we can go try to level up again. Although it's painfully slow to do that. And then maybe we want to look at... What about skills? Oh yeah, okay. We're not really using skills right now other than giving the player +1 to a lot of things. So until we start using them, we'll leave that blank. Alright, so maybe we can track down why the old boots weren't replaced by the leather boots when we killed the bandit. Oh, this is not good. What did I do wrong already? Try to fetch resource of type position from the world, but the resource does not exist. But where in my code? This shows in the RLTK code where it was dying. But where in my code is it dying? There's WASM functions. Yeah, it doesn't show. So we'll have to do the backtrace thing here. And try it here. Oh. I don't remember dumping all this stuff out. I must have a println in there somewhere. Wow, that's a lot of text that just got dumped. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for the println. Okay, if I hit begin no game now, yeah. Then we should have a nice backtrace. And the error... Right, couldn't find type of resource position, and it's in run systems game state 272. Okay, let's look at game state line 272. Well, first let's remove that println. Yeah, it should not be there. I wonder when that went in. Okay, so... it was game state. Line 272. Oh, that doesn't help. That's in there. I want to look at the... So I'm looking for the damage system. Oh, I think what's happening is... we're trying to call the damage system, but we're not getting as far as the damage system. The damage system is looking for a position, and there are no positions in the world yet by the time we run this. So where are we running this from? It's like, It's like we're starting to run this before we've gotten a chance to put the position into the game, but I think we put that in. Oops. Oh, we don't. Where do we put the player position in? It must be here, right? Right. If I go to the definition, which is very slow. Come on. It should be in spawns. I type GD to jump to definition, but it's taking its own sweet time. So spawner. Oh, now it goes there. Okay. The player should have a position, right? Yeah, right there. So it must be that the systems are getting run before we have a chance to do this. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to do this. Okay. So here's game state, line 107. I think that's just calling the run systems. This is pre-run run systems. Right? But the player should exist at this point. We're on main 102. This is where this dies. So let's go back to main 102. Yeah, we're already in the main loop. Oh dear. So we have a problem. Resource. Oh, resource. This isn't a resource. Oh, it is. Wait, it is a resource. We are inserting the player's position as a resource somewhere. Let's just double check that that's correct. Read expect position. Yeah, so that's a resource. So I should, let's just double check that I got that right in damage system. Read expect position. Okay. So we never inserted the position as a resource yet. There's a bunch of places that position is used, and somewhere along these lines is we're supposed to actually insert. Yeah, we added a position. Oh, should this be point? This might be point. Okay, let's take a look. Chapter 54. Because I don't think we insert it as a... Yeah, it should be point. Okay. All right. So I feel good about having figured that out before looking at the code. Damage. That means my understanding of stuff is actually starting to increase. Okay, so let's change this to point. And then, because what's happening is we insert, the player has a position, but we also insert a point resource to read that also has the player position. And so this is duality of, there's two places where the quote truth exists, which is not ever a good thing. Alright, so we have player position Y and player position X. Okay, so this should check. And let's rebuild the WASM and cross our fingers. Alright, refresh. Begin new game. Okay, so now it works. Alright, so the question is, should we try to kill 10 beasts and see if that particle effect is going to show up? Let's see. So we pick up leather boots. I want to equip the leather boots. And now we have old boots and leather boots on at the same time, which we will debug. Let me rest up for health. So we've killed one beast so far. Oh, what's this? Magic missile scroll. The wolf lost me. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we killed 2 beasts. Takes a while. Be nice to find a dagger. Ooh. Looks like there was some battle going on here. Maybe a deer got killed. There's a wolf. There's a rat. Rest up. Oh, I never read my magic mapping scroll. There. Is there any other creatures around? Oh, hungry. I guess I'll eat some meat. There's a fox. Fox spotted me from a long way away. Okay. Is that 6 now? 6 creatures? Gotta find... I don't know how many spawned. So this might be a fruitless exercise here, right? Though I guess we could go down to the first dungeon level. What was that up there? Is that a deer? And I have problems with deers. Let's see if magic missile scroll will work on a deer. Shift 5. Boom. Something happened, but it didn't report any damage, so... Player hits deer for 9 HP or deer is dead. And now I have a hide. I don't know what I can do with the hide. Alright, so let's go down... Where is the stream? Down here? So let's go to the first level and see if we can kill... Oh, there's a rat. Still not good enough, though. So let's generate a new level. I don't have a scroll of magic mapping. Ooh, 2 bandits. Let's see, I can eat a dried sausage. I'm well fed, I should heal up, okay. What's that? Oh, Mangy Wolf hits a deer for 0 HP. Oh, more leather boots. Let's see if we can equip multiple leather boots. B. It says I equipped leather boots. So that correctly swapped out for this leather boots. So maybe it's the old boots that are not set up properly. Oh, I did see a brief column of stuff above me. It went by very, very fast, though. But it worked. So, and we are level 2. So yeah, let's check that in. Git status, git add source, git commit. Wait, what do we do? Git diff staged. Report. So all we're doing is reporting git add. Oh, commit report level up to player. And there was a very brief little column of stuff above me, above the player, when I did that. So now you can go up levels. Huzzah. Okay. Let's take a look at the raws data. At the old, is it old boots? Yeah. It isn't, oh, it's in a leg slot. That's why. It should be in the foot slot. Leather boots. Yeah, feet. Okay, that's why. So I was wearing old boots on my legs instead of on my feet. That's fine. Git add raws, git commit, boots go on feet. Okay. So that's good. Next up is the next chapter. That was a very fast chapter, so we can do another chapter now. Backtracking. Okay, let's push this to GitHub first, since we're finished the chapter. All right. The design document talks about using town portal to return to town, which implies that backtracking is possible. That is, it's possible to return to levels. This is a quite common feature of games such as Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. If we're going to support going back and forth between levels, either via entrance-exit pairs or through mechanisms such as teleports and portals, we need to adjust the way we handle levels and transitioning between them. We'll start by making a structure to store all of our maps, the master dungeon map. Make a new file, map dungeon, and we'll start putting it together. Okay? Oh, this is in map. Master. No, just dungeon. Okay. And use super... Oh, I don't think we can do super map, can we? We have to do create map map. Well, let's try super map and see what blows up. Then we're going to create... Default, serialize, deserialize, and clone. Pub struct master dungeon map. One of these days I'll fix my G key. Maps, hash, map, I32, and map. And that's that. It's already got a default, so is there a reason to have new? Impl master dungeon map. We'll just do default for now, and then if we have to change it later, we will. Pub fun store map. So they didn't say, but yeah, so we're starting by making a structure to store all of our maps. So as we create maps, I'm guessing it's just going to get stored. And then when we go to a different level, we'll see, is there a level or a map at that level? Vidal, hi. Sorry, I missed your chat there. Depth and map.clone. Oops, I need to fix something over here on my other monitor. There we go. Okay, and then that. And that's all that's doing. And then pub fun get map. Self depth I32 returns an option map. If self maps contains key depth, then result is going to be the map at that depth, a clone of it. Back new result.width, result.height as usize. And we're just creating a new map, or resetting the tile content. What's the reasoning behind that? Else none. Okay, this is pretty easy to follow. Yeah, I know what it's doing, I don't know why it's doing it. The structure itself has a single private field maps. It's a hash map, a dictionary of map structures indexed by the map depth. We provide a constructor for easy creation of the class and functions to store the map and get a map. We also added the sturdy decorations to make the structure serializable so you can save the game. We also remake the tile content field because we don't serialize it. Oh, okay. Tile content does not get serialized. What is tile content? GD might not work because this is not hooked into the system yet. So let's add upward staircases to the world. Right, so we're going to add this upstairs, and then in every place where we match on tile type, we're going to have to add upstairs. All right, tile type. Upstairs. Tile is walkable, right? So we'll put upstairs here. And then in themes, we're going to add a couple of missing patterns to render it in each theme. Okay. Themes. So let's look for downstairs and just make it upstairs and change that to like that. It's the same color, green and blue, and then we'll have to do that here as well. Whereas downstairs, we'll put upstairs. Okay, that's good. And it's storing new maps as we make them. Currently, whenever a player enters a new level, we call generate world map in main.rs to make a new one from scratch. Instead, we'd like to have a whole dungeon map as a global resource and reference it when we make new maps, using the existing one if possible. It's also pretty messy having this in main, so we'll take this opportunity to refactor it into our map system. We can start by adding a master dungeon map resource to the ECS world. In your main function at the top of the ECS insert calls, add a line to insert a master dungeon map into the world. I've included a line after it so you can see where it goes. Oh, well, I'm not following exactly what they have, so this is going to be annoying. Because here's where we put the new map. GS, ECS, insert, map, master, dungeon map, new. Yeah. And hopefully that's going to work. They say on top of the ECS insert calls. We have this on the top of the ECS insert calls, and I don't remember why we put it up there. We may have needed those to be existing before we did this. I don't remember. All right, we want to reset the master dungeon map whenever we start a new game, so we'll add the same line to game over cleanup. Game state. Which is here. Yeah, and then I refactored this to be able to take in different things. So we have it's called level cleanup now. So where are we deleting the map? Oh, here, replace the world maps. Okay. So this is spawning the new player, and then we'll say, where do we generate the new world map? That needs to be somewhere. Is that broken? If I die, let me die. There we go. Press escape to return to the main menu. Begin new game. Ah, yes. That's interesting. So it doesn't create a new world. So that's a bug that's been existing in the code for a while. This line here. We need to generate a new map. Self generate world map 10. And I'll just say build the new map and place the player. And then before that, we're going to say replace the world maps. And this is self ECS insert map master dungeon map new. And I assume the way the ECS, the specs ECS works is that if you're inserting a new item of the same type, it deletes the old one. Now we'll simplify generate world map down to the basics. Just this. Okay. That doesn't map to what's going on here. What's going on here? We have generate world map and we're passing two parameters, 1 and 0. Here, we're only taking one additional parameter. So now I'm confused. Where is generate world map right now? It's right here. And all it takes is the new depth. So I'm going to take away that 0 because I'm not sure what that's all about. And then what is this doing? Somewhere we have to do this, right? Oh, we're moving it to this level transition. Okay. So mapgen index is 0, mapgen timer is 0, mapgen history clear. Then we call map building info is map level transition. The new depth. Oh, if let sum, then self map gen history is history. It's what now? Oh, map building info. Okay. So we can actually just change the history and history like that. This has to go somewhere though. And I need to know where that goes. Because we still need to do all this stuff. We have to insert, or, you know, we have to build the level and all that kind of stuff. So maybe that's what this level transition is doing. This function resets the builder information, which is good because it's taking care of its own responsibilities, but not others, and asks a new function, map level transitions, if it has any history information. If it does, it stores it as the map building history. Otherwise, it leaves the history empty. In map dungeon rs, we'll build the outer function it is calling, and remember to add it to the pub use section in map mod.rs. Okay, so in dungeon, oh, which doesn't exist yet. Source map dungeon. Okay, so we're going to add a new public function. ECS is the world, new depth is an I32, and it's going to return an option of a vec of map. So grab the master dungeon map, and do we already have a map? Question mark. Like that. There we go. If dungeon master get map new depth is some standard mem drop dungeon master transition to existing map ECS new depth and return none. So if it is some, then return none. If it's a none, then we're going to return a new. Okay. And return that instead. Okay, this function obtains the master map from the ECS world and calls getMap. If there is one, it calls transition to existing map. If there isn't, it calls transition to new map. Note the stand mem drop calls obtaining dungeon master from the world holds a borrow to it, so we need to stop borrowing it before we can pass the ECS on to other functions to avoid multiple reference issues. The new function, transition to new map, is the code from the old generate world map function. Okay. So I think we're just moving this over now, right? So let's take a look at this from our other file, which is all of this code here. So let's grab this all the way down to here, delete, and we'll paste it here, and then say transition to new map. ECS mut world new depth 32 returns a vector of maps. So this now goes away, and let's fix this up. So we have random number generator, we have the builder, we call builder build map. We are dropping the random number generator here. So what is this? If new depth is greater than 1, we're going to grab the starting position and place the upstairs. Okay. So right here, we'll say if new depth, if let sum pos is equal to builder, build data starting position, let up idx is equal to builder build data map xy idx pos.x and pos.y, builder build data map tiles up idx is equal to tile type upstairs. Right, and there's something I did forget. It said don't forget to add something to something, and yeah, and remember to add it to the pub use section in mapmod.rs. Let me do that now before I forget again. So we have themes, we have tile type, we're going to add mod dungeon and pub use dungeon : star. Okay. Let's go back to here. Map gen history. So we still are before the drop of the random number generator, apparently. Map gen history is builder, build data, history clone. And then here's the player start. We fixed this up. We're generating the map gen history here. Where do we use it? We have to set it somewhere, right? Because in the old code, we were setting it on self map gen history. And here it says let map gen history equals. So where is this supposed to go? Oh, it gets returned now. Okay, interesting. So we're no longer setting it on self, because there is no self in this thing. And that's right. So let's scan the code for self. So it just should be ECS write storage. Okay. So we have the player start, which I modified a little bit so we could just return it rather than doing a let and then a set here. It just does all the work inside there. And then we have spawn the bad guys. So spawn bad guys. We drop the RNG, and then we call builder spawn entities. This is just passing ECS because it's already a mutt, so we don't need to redo all of that. Okay. Place the player and update the resources. It's no longer self ECS. Player position is point new. ECS write storage. Player entity is ECS fetch entity. Position components is the same. Player X, player Y. Okay, then the view sheds. We fix that, and now we're going to say store the newly minted map. And it's going to be let mutt dungeon master. Master dungeon map. Dungeon master. Store map. And we're going to return map gen history. Except I'm not going to typo it. There we go. Alright, so this is the new transition to new map. Oh, there's another self in here. I just saw it. So this one has to go away. View shed components. Okay. And there's another one here. Okay, so that's all of them. At the very end, it returns the building history. Before that, it obtains access to the new Master Dungeon map system and adds the new map to the stored map list. We also added an up staircase to the starting position. So now we need to talk about loading up previous map. It's time to flesh out transition to existing map. Okay. Will this check? I don't think we're ready to what do we do here? Closing delimiter doesn't match something. I must have a bracket missing somewhere. Oh, there's two here. There we go. Yeah, Rust wasn't helping that. Oh, maybe it did if I kept looking. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now it says it. Okay. I just didn't look far enough. Oh, we don't have tile type. And world. Where does world come from? I think it comes from specs. Transition to existing map doesn't exist. That's true. We don't have point. Point comes from RLTK. What else? Point does not found. Position. Position is in our super. Viewshed is in our super. And then this didn't work. Supplied one argument. Oh, it's not a tuple. It's a one pole. Okay. Cargo check. Right? That doesn't exist. Lap clone. I forgot the parens. Expected struck entity found type U size. For tile content? That's okay. Let's take a look at that line. Where is it? Not there. Wait, so was this in the previous? It wasn't in the previous one, was it? No. Okay. We're here. Master Dungeon Map. Yeah, Vec, bang. This is the line I was looking for. Oh, semicolon. That's what the problem was. Semicolon. There we go. Duh. Alright, so we're down to 2 errors. Level builder. Where does level builder come from? What do we have in this code here? Okay, so we're going to have to expose level builder somewhere. That's in map builders mod .rs. So I think we have to say source lib has to pull it in, right? There's map. It does have map builders pulled in, so we should be able to say map builders, maybe level builder, maybe. Will that work? Yep. Okay. So that was that one. Okay. So now we're ready to transition to a new to an existing map, which is this code here. And I'm going to put it right here. And it doesn't return anything. Okay. Master dungeon map. We get the map. Okay. Like that, and then the player entity. And then find downstairs and place the player. So we're going to search tile by tile. We're going to update the point resource. Mod W and IDX as I32 divided by W, right? Position components, and we have to update the position component on the player. This is the whole thing where we have to maintain the position in 2 different spots. Alright, so that's that. What's bugging me is, what? Oh, we got 2 stars here. How did I do that? If once we find it, we can just break. We don't need to keep looking for more downstairs. And then world map resource map. It's kind of frustrating that the map itself would just store the location of the downstairs and we could just do an O of 1 lookup, but I guess we're not really worried about speed when we're transitioning levels. We look up the player's view shed. Then VS dirty is true. Okay, so this is quite simple. We get the map from the Dungeon Master list and store it as the current map in the world. Here's where we get the dungeon. Here's where we get the map. We get the world map resource, and then we store it down here after we've updated the player's position. Okay. We scan the map for the down staircase and put the player on it. We also mark the player's visibility as dirty, so it will be recalculated in the new map. Alright, and an input for previous level. Now we need to handle the actual transition. Well, let's see if this checks first. Nope. Oh, I forgot a colon there. Okay, still doesn't like it. What did I do wrong here? Oh, read resource. So used to typing read storage. That's also write resource. This is write resource and this one's write storage. Okay. Oh. Immutable borrow occurs here. And then immutable borrow occurs here. Okay. Let's take a quick peek at their code. And I think this one's in main. Yeah, our code's a little bit different. And this is level cleanup. So game over cleanup. Okay, let's look for that. Game over cleanup. Here it is. So what are we doing differently here? Where's the master dungeon map? Oh. And some, oh, they don't clean, they don't, replace the world map. Should be here. Oh, it isn't. Alright, so maybe there's something else we can do. We can do this some other way. Maybe this is cheating. I don't know. Because then this borrow should be dropped at the end of this block, maybe? No. Immutable borrow occurs here, and then immutable borrow occurs here. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Player entity writer write resources here. So we have this borrowed as a immutable borrow. Really? Because we're doing a write resource, so shouldn't that be mutable? Okay, so that works a little bit better. And then master dungeon map is not found in map. Oh, okay. It's pub here, right? Did I forget to make the struct pub? Oops, that's E, source, map, dungeon. Oh, pub struct master dungeon map. Did I type what? Master dungeon map. Yeah, it's not found in map. And I'm pulling in map here. Okay, I'm confused. We have a use crate star, so that pulls in everything in the crate somewhere. Oh, maybe I have to add something to lib. No, I have the pubmod map and pubuse map here. Do I have to say pubmod dungeon? Nope. Oh wait, it has a suggested fix. Use crate master dungeon map or use RT master dungeon map. Okay. There, okay, but we still have 3 warnings. Oh, because we're no longer using point and map builders in our game state. We pulled all that code out. Okay, that's fair enough. So this is quite simple. We get the map from the dungeon master list, stored in the current map of the world. Right, okay, we've already talked about that. Now we need to handle the actual transition. Since we handle going down a level with run state next level, we'll add a state for going back up. Here, previous level. Okay. Let me fix these guys first. We don't need map builders or point. Okay, and then we're going to add a new state. There's next level, okay, previous level. And then everything's going to blow up. So run state, next level. Oops. Level. You basically copy the next level option. We're going to call go to previous level, pre-run. Oh, except we do this. We'll copy paste go to next level into go to previous level and change some numbers around. Okay. So there's previous. There's previous. I do have this self map gen next state thing. Map gen next state. Oh, that's if we're doing the map gen visualizer. Okay. I guess we can do that. Self map gen next state. Some run state pre-run. That way we can see the visualization if we have that turned on, which currently we do not. Okay. And then go to next level, we'll just copy paste. Oh. I already made it a general function, didn't I? previous level. But now we're going to change, it says change some numbers around. So we have 2 delete, right? Entities remove on level change, because we're passing in false. Unable to delete entity if we have to. Okay, and then current depth. If we're deleting everything, it's 1. Otherwise, we're going to, we're going to subtract 1 now. And that's the difference. And then descend versus ascend. Okay. So we'll fix that. False and false. It's kind of ugly to do this. True and false, because we're not ascending. We're not descending either, which is what's making it kind of ugly. But all right, so then we're going to say if descend, then do this, else do that. All right, we'll change the current depth to -1, and then instead of descend, we're going to say ascend. If descend, else we're going to ascend. To the previous. That looks good. Next, in player RS, where we handle input, we need to handle receiving the go up instruction. Virtual key code, comma, try previous level. Okay, then we're going to have to add a try previous level. Right here. So period is try next level, and then comma, oops, is if try previous level. Okay, and then we'll just put it next to try next level. And what is this going to turn? I guess we can just copy paste and then just change what we need to do, right? We still fetch the point, we still fetch the map, we get the player's index. We're looking for an upstairs. If it's true, then we're good. Otherwise, we're going to say there's no way up from here and return false. Okay, let's check that. Nope. I misspelled descend. D-E-S-C-E-N-D. And that checks. Okay. So we can transition between maps. When you go back, however, it's a ghost town. There's nobody else on the level. Spooky, and loss of your mom should upset you. Okay. Because we have to freeze the entities when we move them down and unfreeze them when we return to when we leave a level, we have to save all the entities that were there, and when we return to it, we got to restore all those entities. But I'm going to wrap this up because I've been going for an hour and a half. All right, so this built. Let's refresh this. So now, if I leave town like that, now when I step off, yeah, so now I can go back to town by going like that. And if I do a scroll of magic mapping, but there's nobody here, the doors are gone, chairs and tables are gone, everything's gone. So, but I was able to return to town. It was the same town I was in before. If I go here, that's not good. It put me on the downstairs case. It should put me on the upstairs case, right? right? Where did we do that search for transition to existing map? It should be looking for upstairs. It shouldn't put us on the downstairs. Wait a minute. If we're going from low to high, right? Right. If we're going up, then it should put us on the downstairs. If we're going down, it should put us in the upstairs. And I think that's what the problem is. And that's probably maybe there's something that we'll address later. I'm just scanning forward here. Saving and loading. More seamless transmission. Don't know what that means. No. Yeah, when we're going down, we want to go down to the upstairs case. And when we're going up, we want to go up to the downstairs case. All right. Maybe I just scanned too quickly, and we'll get to that in a minute. But let's just take a look here. Into the caverns, better AI, spatial indexing revisited, item stats and vendors. Okay, this is what's coming up next. But on Monday, I can't stream weekends, but on Monday we can start with entity freezing and unfreezing. Actually, let's check in with Clippy here real quick. See if there's any optimizations we can make. There is. Oh, now this is too big. Okay. Right. So we're going to say type damage data equals this. And then system data is equal to damage data. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's the type complexity, but if you make it its own type, then it doesn't complain about type complexity, so we're good. Get status. Get add source. What did we actually do? So we created a master dungeon map to save dungeon levels, and now we can return to the previous level. Git commit save dungeon levels when leaving, so we can return to them. Alright, let's push this up. And let's take a little quick look here at who's doing what. Cargo, run, rust. Boppy Games. Boppy Games has been doing reading the Rust book. Going through that. I'm not sure what chapter they're up to now. So feel free. I'm not going to raid them this time, but feel free to go check them out. I'll just put the link here in case people want to make it easier just to click. It's in the chat. And have a great weekend, everyone. I will see you Monday, where we're going to look at entity freezing and unfreezing. Thanks for hanging out with me, and take care.